Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is now confirming a U.S. airstrike on a weapons storage facility in eastern Syria. Austin describing it as a self-defense strike that involved 2 U.S. F-15 fighter jets. This comes as a U.S. defense official has also confirmed that a U.S. military drone was shot down near Yemen by Houthi forces. This comes, as you know, amid extremely high tensions in that region, given the Israel-Hamas conflict and the concerns that this conflict could broaden into other parts of the Middle East.
Smart, precise impact, cost-effective bombs, or SPICE for short. The Biden administration is reportedly planning on sending a $320 million package of these precision weapons to Israel. Israeli designed, the systems will be transferred from Rafael USA to its Israeli parent company, the Wall Street Journal reported. Essentially an upgrade kit, the weapons boost the targeting and gliding capabilities of unguided bombs. With these smart systems, it's hoped Israel can more accurately strike Hamas weapons and infrastructure hidden among the Gazan population.
لا ما تاخد بيعد عنه.
Well, the French President, Emmanuel Macron, is hosting world leaders and heads of aid groups to discuss getting humanitarian help to people in Gaza. These are live pictures from the scene as that conference is set to get underway. The talks will address mobilizing funding and emergency assistance. Delegates will also discuss how to set up supply lines for essential resources, and that includes, of course, water, it includes fuel, and it includes electricity.
North Korea's issued a series of threats and warnings aimed at South Korea and the United States. Now, while aggressive rhetoric out of Pyongyang's nothing new, it's been released with a certain level of intensity this week that's catching our attention. For instance, North Korea threatened Wednesday to pour a shower of shells onto South Korea. This was actually part of a delayed state media response to September's decision by the South's Constitutional Court to strike down a law banning the floating of balloons carrying anti-Pyongyang leaflets across the border into the north.
A frightening eruption over Shepherd, Texas. Plumes of black smoke billowing from a chemical plant this morning after an explosion shaking the small town about an hour north of Houston, injuring one employee. The explosion sending a fiery plume so high, the black smoky haze could briefly be seen on satellite. Authorities issued an immediate 5-mile shelter-in-place, evacuating an area school as crews shut down a state highway. The chemical fire unfolded inside Sound Resource Solutions, a manufacturer of paint remover and glue solvents.
Tonight, the holy grail of shipwrecks, potentially one step closer to resurfacing for the first time in 300 years. Bloomberg reporting Colombian President Gustavo Petro has ordered the recovery of the $20 billion treasure, telling the country's Minister of Culture to, quote, pick up the pace and pull the wreck off the ocean floor before the end of his term in 2026. But questions tonight about who can claim ownership of the treasure on board the San Jose, a Spanish galleon which sank off the coast of Cartagena in 1708 during a battle with the British Navy. Believed to be on board, priceless artifacts, gold and silver, gems and jewelry collected by South American colonies to be shipped to Spain's king.